In this video, we're talking about how to find fractional roles. And this is an important conversation because if you're looking for fractional work right now, you probably think you have a volume problem, when really, what you have is a targeting problem. First, I'm going to explain why that spray and pray outreach method you've been trying is actually damaging your reputation. Then I'll walk you through the critical difference between behavioral and structural signals and why you need both to find companies that are ready to buy right now. I'll also share how stacking these signals allows you to stop guessing and start having conversations with confirmed intent. And lastly, I'll explain the exact framework for reaching out so you sound like a peer offering a solution and not a vendor looking for a job. Let's dive in. When you decide you want to find fractional roles, your mind probably goes straight to traditional outbound. You build a list of 1,000 target companies, you write a generic template, you hit send on LinkedIn or email, and then you wait. Maybe you get a 2% reply rate and you celebrate it as a win, but let me be direct with you. That's not strategy. That's a lottery ticket with a side reputation of damage. Here's the reality. At any given time, only 3 to 7% of your target market are actively in a buying window for what you sell. When you blast 1,000 messages and get 20 replies, you didn't run a targeted campaign. You annoyed 980 people and got lucky with 20. To find fractional roles predictably, you have to stop messaging everyone who fits your ideal client profile. You have to start messaging only the people who are showing real buying signals right now. The first layer of finding fractional roles is identifying behavioral signals. Think of behavioral signals as the actions a prospect takes that suggest they are actively evaluating solutions in your space. These are the breadcrumbs that they're leaving online. For example, competitor engagement. When a prospect likes, comments on, or shares a competitor's post, they're telling you exactly what they are thinking about. Another massive signal is job changes. A new CMO means a new marketing direction. A new VP of sales means a growth investment. The first 90 days of a new executive tenure is the highest intent window you will ever find. You should also look at who they're following, what LinkedIn groups they are joining, and what events they are attending. If someone views your LinkedIn profile twice in a week, they're clearly evaluating you. But here's the catch. Behavioral signals alone are not enough. Someone might engage with content just out of curiosity. To confirm intent, you need the second layer. Behavioral signals tell you what a person is doing. Structural signals tells you what's happening inside their company. This is the layer most fractional executives completely miss. And it is the one that separates good targeting from great targeting. You need to look at headcount growth or decline. If a company grew from 9 to 13 employees in 4 months, they're scaling fast. They likely need executive level guidance they didn't need 6 months ago. Look at department-specific changes. If their sales team expanded, but their marketing team didn't, they have a gap. Look at hiring velocity and employee churn. If a key executive just left, it creates an immediate gap and urgency. If they have a senior level job posting that's been open for more than 30 days, they're struggling to fill it. That is a massive opportunity for you to step in as a bridge. Structural signals give you the confirmation that behavioral curiosity is backed by a real business need. The magic happens when you stack these two layers together. A single behavioral signal could mean anything, but what happens when you combine them? Imagine you see a CEO liking posts about revenue operations. That's a behavioral signal. Then you look at their company and you see their sales team grew by 40% this year. That's a structural signal. Then you see they have a VP of sales job posting open that's been open, say, for 45 days. That's another structural signal. Now you are not guessing. That is a warm conversation waiting to happen. When you stack behavioral signals with structural signals, you get something close to confirm buying intent before you even send a single message. This is how you go from sending 1,000 messages with a 2% reply rate to sending 50 messages with a 20% reply rate. You send 20 times less volume, but yet you're booking 3 times more qualified calls. Once you find these signals, how you reach out is critical. Every message should answer 2 questions. Why you and why now? But you must do it without making it obvious you're reading their data. The prospect should feel like you've spent 15 minutes researching their business, not like you ran them through a database. If you see their design department shrank by 50%, you don't say, hey, I see your team got smaller, I can fill the gap, because that sounds like a vendor. Instead, you say, looks like you're streamlining the creative side. Are you handling that with freelancers now, or are you looking for a more structured solution? If they have a job posting open for 30 days, don't say, hey, I can handle that for you. You say, I know finding the right VP can take a while. A few of my clients started with me as a bridge while they built the team internally. Is that worth a conversation? You emphasize with a real problem, but you offer a practical alternative. You frame yourself as a compliment, not a replacement. And this is how you start a peer-to-peer conversation. So when thinking about how to find fractional roles, we're not talking about blasting your resume to 1,000 companies. We're talking about identifying behavioral signals that show what a prospect is thinking about, then confirming that intent with structural signals inside their company. Stacking those signals to find the 3 to 7% of the market that is ready to buy right now. And translating those signals into a peer-to-peer message that starts a meaningful conversation. When you build a system around signals instead of volume, finding fractional roles, it stops being a numbers game and it starts becoming a predictable, highly targeted process. All right, so you've watched a bunch of YouTube videos and you're actually thinking, hey, this could be the right answer for me. I would love to invite you to my free webinar. It's Tuesday, 1 o'clock. The registration link is below. It is completely free. You can come, you can join me, and you can explore the fractional model even a little bit further. So I would welcome you on that. Link in the description below. See you there. Now that you know how to find fractional roles using signal-based outreach, if you want to see how this outreach fits into your overall business model, go watch this video next. The system behind predictable pipeline for fractional executives. In that video, you'll see how targeted outreach connects into a single cohesive structure that keeps your pipeline full without hustle. Go watch that video next.